What's going on, family? Welcome to the ALOT at Times podcast. I'm the host, dlouthetruth,
Stay flight.
JHAWK.
and this is the ALOT at Times podcast, man. As y'all see, we finally back together, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to the whole crew being here today. You know what I'm saying?
Got the
They thought
band
they
back.
thought they thought we fell apart, but I told them, I said, nah, dog, we always three strong. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling?
Man, big
Feeling
chilling,
great.
man. Yeah, feeling good.
Birdman, fresh off that week vacation, man. How was that? You want to tell the
10
people where you was
days.
at?
I
10
was in,
days?
10 total
Okay.
days, yeah.
Okay.
Just the way the work, the schedule played out, just perfect. But I was in Mississippi,
Okay.
but it was a journey, bro.
Yeah. Why you say that?
So we had layovers, right? So when we left LAX, we flew to Dallas, Dallas Fort Worth,
Yeah, DFW.
and we get there. Our layover was supposed to be an hour,
Uh-huh.
so we arrive, and wait, let me make sure I'm telling this right.
I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Hold on. Yeah. We leave LAX on time. We get to Dallas on time. We got an hour layover, which is perfect. We leave one terminal, walk to the next terminal. We loading the plane up. We get down on the plane, and we leave on time.
Yeah.
We get all the way to Mississippi, and because of the cabin pressure and the weight, we can't land in Memphis. Sorry, we land in Memphis when you go to Mississippi. Ain't no airport in Mississippi where we going. So you're supposed to land in Memphis. So we pretty much fly a whole hour from Dallas to Memphis, turn around on the air, go all the way back to Dallas.
Oh no.
All right. So
Oh,
now
no.
we got to walk to another terminal, get another plane. We hop on the plane. We sit there for an hour, sit on the plane. We on the plane waiting for like an hour and a half. They got like maintenance people coming on the plane trying to check this. Pilots got to check this. We're
Yeah.
not getting power to the plane. It won't stay started. So after an hour and a half of that, it's like, all right, we're going to just have you guys switch planes. There's another terminal, walk over here. We sat there for an hour, hop on a new plane, same issues.
Yeah.
So another hour goes by. Hop off that plane, go to another one. We finally get on the plane. We get to Mississippi like whole 8 hours later than we supposed to get there.
So the whole
So
first day is gone.
Hey, at
the
least they
whole
know final
first day
destination.
is so we didn't. I wasn't tripping. It's like as long as you get there safely, it don't matter. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
on the way home.
Yeah.
Another layover because that's just the way it was. It was a layover in Vegas for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So we get to Vegas. It takes us like 3 hours from Memphis to Harry Reid in Vegas. Me and Adam, we go eat. We get to our terminal 8:15. 2 hours for the flight leave. We sitting there waiting, sitting there waiting. And I'm like, man, it's already 7:30. The flight leave at 7:50. They haven't started boarding the plane. Like, we need to go see what's going on. So Adam gets up and go talk to the people at the terminal.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, we're flight such and such, 1465. Like, where's our plane? Is it on time? Like, we're waiting to board. They haven't made any announcements. She's like, oh, no, the plane boarded on time, and they just left. We're like,
Oh
how did
no.
they board on time when the plane supposed to leave at 7:50 and it's 7:30? It's like, oh, no, it boarded on time. They switched terminals and blah, 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 this and that. So I was pissed. I'm over here. I'm chilling like it is what it is. It's like, well, the next flight is going to be at 7 in the morning.
No.
So I'm like, hey, bro,
No.
I'm sitting here. I'm on the phone with Autumn. She over there at the terminal talking to the
Man.
supervisor. And I'm asking, she's like, hey, where y'all flying to? She's like, well, we're going to Santa Ana. We're going to John Wayne. I'm like, what time your flight leave? He said at 9:06. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, Autumn, tell her we want to be on the next flight out of here. We want to go on to Ontario. Like, that's still close to LA. We good. I mean, Ontario, Santa Ana.
Yeah.
That's still good. So she's like, yeah, we can get you on that flight. They got 2 seats on the exit row.
Yeah.
But we're like, what about our luggage? She's like, well, your luggage left with the plane already, so it's at LAX.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, so I'm like, call my dad. Hey, you got to get us from John Wayne.
Yeah.
He get us at John Wayne at 11 p.m. We drive home, get in my Jeep, drive to LAX. My bag was there waiting for me. Then we got home like at 12:30.
Man.
We was traveling for 13 hours.
The
The first
most.
day was already like 10 hours of traveling for a 4-hour flight. And then the next day was 12 hours or 13 hours of traveling for a 4-hour flight.
That sound wild, bro. You said they was trying to start the plane and the plane wouldn't start, and it took all of that for them to consider putting y'all on a different plane.
Well, it was all kind of issues.
Yeah, that's wild.
So the first, remember, we flew to Memphis, had to turn around on the air, come all the way back.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
the
Like
cabin
that
crash.
already
This is
is
American
wild.
Airlines. And then the other one was Spirit. So we had 2 different airlines, and it was just it was a lot. But anyways, spending time with my grandparents was cool. Like it was good.
Yeah.
Really, I got a lot of family history, a lot of pictures and shit.
Nice.
Got some what do you call it? Is it genealogy? You know, when you go back and I got my. I know one of my oldest relatives. His name is that my grandmother can remember. His name is Commodore Martin. His dad was a slave owner. Mom was a slave. He bought 600 acres with $20 gold piece. Then he bought 600 more acres.
Wow.
So he had 1,200 acres at one point. And this is my grandmother's great grandfather. And then I was able to get some history on my another one of my great grandparents named Will Roger on her side as well, her father's side.
Yeah.
They had an article on him, so I got a picture of that in Mississippi. He had an article on his like 102nd birthday.
Yeah.
About his longevity and shit. And then I learned about, other relatives and stuff. But it's just cool seeing these pictures.
That's important.
Actually knowing like, okay, this is your lineage. He was born 1848.
Yeah.
Commodore.
Before we, because I do want to go a little further with that. I got a crazy flight story too, coming back from Minnesota like a few weeks ago too. I don't know if I told Ken. Did I tell you this, Cuzzo?
I don't think so.
So, bro,
what happened?
Hold on, this looked like a blunt.
No, that's a stogie or something.
It's a cowboy cigar. I've been trying to get these for a minute.
Oh, I thought it was a hand roll.
Mississippi. Well, I can only buy them in Mississippi. They're from Italy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I'm gonna go get some when I go get out there. And I finally got one. A couple.
That's a cool little. That's a little low key little point. I like how Hawk had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just in case the JHAWKs is watching, they like, oh, we saw you on camera.
Nah, fat one rolled up.
Hey, we 21. That tobacco is legal.
Man, dog.
From Italy.
So we was leaving. We left Minnesota on Monday morning. And it really wasn't too much. We didn't get a chance to do too much because we went out there for a relative's wedding. And we landed Friday. We ate pretty much. We went and hung out downtown. Saturday, the wedding started at like 4. So me and Bree, we just kind of got out, went and got some coffee or whatever. Came back, just got ready. We ate breakfast at the hotel, all that, whatever. So I remember when we got there Friday night, we went and bought liquor at this liquor store. I mean, it's a grocery store called Cubs. You know what I'm saying? It's like a strange layout. Like their whole liquor department is disconnected from the store. And it got all these security measures or whatever, interesting fact too. And I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me if I'm wrong, but I believe Keenan was saying like they don't even sell alcohol after like 8 p.m. out there or something like that. Something crazy. Anyway,
Sundays.
Yeah, something like that. So we went and got alcohol on Friday. Bree wanted whiskey. I wanted like my vodka, but I got whiskey. We ended up having whiskey that night. I didn't like it. So I was like, I'm gonna go back the next day. I'm gonna get my vodka. So I went back the next day, got my vodka, whatever. That's Saturday. That's like the day of the wedding. I go get my vodka, right? Cool. Go to the wedding. I'm downtown. I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? We blitzed because they had a happy hour, like 2 hours. Yeah. Bartender was cool. I probably smacked back like 10 of them joints. So we lit. Sunday come. We go to one of the family members, one of his family members on Uncle Tony's side. We go to their crib, whatever. Go back to the hotel. We chilling, whatever. Monday is the flight. Monday the flight come. We check and make sure we got everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We get to the airport, bro, and we got the quick check in. They're like, all right, yeah, you already got your boarding pass, whatever. You just check in right here. Woo, woo, woo. All right, cool. I go to pull out he like, I just need your ID. I go to pull out my ID, bro. I don't got my ID.
Cooked.
Now, mind you, my flight about to board. Like we there like right at the 2 hour mark, but you got to do all your check in and all that kind of shit, TSA shit by a certain time. that they could check you in. Like, you know, you can't, it ain't like the movies where you could just hop out the cab and run in your flight in 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because all the check-ins. So I'm like, oh shit, I just turned in my rental. I run up to go check my rental car before they check it out. I'm checking all in the rental. I don't see my driver's license. I'm like, yo, somebody found my wallet and stole my fucking ID. It's crazy how you just automatically turn into a victim. You like, yo, who stole my shit? So I'm like, somebody stole my ID, bro. I'm like, fuck. I'm retracting my steps. Like, mind you, I was driving all through Minnesota, bro. All Sunday, Saturday, you know, whatever. I'm driving all through Minnesota. So I'm like, where did I go to take out my thing? And I was like, the only place I took my ID out was to buy alcohol. I call a store. They like, yeah, we don't open up until 8:30. But 8:30 is the mark like that I gotta hit because our flight was like 9:10. So I called. They like, yeah. So I called. They like, oh yeah, you got to call back. I'm like, man, I think my driver's license is in there, and I needed to board this flight. They're like, well, we could try to send you over there, or whatever. Long story short, to do to answer the phone, but I got to try to find a ride. So I asked the rental car people, can I just take my rental back out real quick? I got to get my shit, like, you know, whatever. They like, nah, you already checked it in. We can't do nothing about it. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, I got an Uber or Lyft, but I'm like, you know, whatever. So I'm like, fuck. Bree called me like, your mom and Melanie about to turn in their rental right now. You should call and see if you can take their rental. Yeah. Melanie put up. I hop in her rental, nigga. I floor it. The store like 10 minutes away from the airport, bro. But it's like, thank God, it's no traffic out there. It's not like here.
In LA.
Yeah, it's no traffic out there. So, dog, I hit and it's raining too and shit. So I hit the highway and I'm swerving. Woo, woo. I'm fighting. I get to the store. Be like, when you get there, don't be talking this shit. Get your ID and come on. She's like, because the next flight is at 3. That's Lucci in the flight. So she like, the next flight at 3. It's 9 in the morning. We trying to get on this flight. So the dude talking shit to Bree, he ain't gonna never make it. He'll never make it. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just come back. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't gonna make it, whatever. So I get my ID, dude. Like, yeah, man, we didn't know if you was coming back for it or not. So yeah, you know, whatever. I flight that shit back. Bree like, you gotta hurry up and come in here right now. We got 1 minute. You gotta hurry up and get in here. He said right now. So now I park my shit like the movies. I parked my shit, ran up to the counter, and in my ID, I got my boarding pass. Everybody right there was looking like when I was running, they like, oh shit, he made it. Like it was a whole little thing or whatever. I ended up making it or whatever, man, and parking the rental car. But dog, I was just like, fuck, I gotta go to the DMV when I get home, get a whole new driver's license. I gotta do all this shit. Like, I don't know how. And then they told us like, oh, there's a way that you can still check in or whatever without your driver's license. But I wasn't trying to do all that shit. I was just glad that I made the flight.
Nah, you need it. It's your info.
I was just glad that I made the flight. I didn't want to leave my driver's license in Minnesota, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, fuck all that, you know. But yeah. It was like a movie, dog. I couldn't believe I made it, and we all was on that flight except Lucci and them. I'm talking about Niecy and them was on that flight. My mom and them was on that flight. Yeah. So it was cool, man. I'm glad that we got on that flight and got back on time. Shit, Birdman picked me up. I didn't know what he had planned later that day, so I was just kind of like, shit, I got everything already set in place. But yeah, that's my little flight story. I got another one too. I got another a quick one too. Cause you talk about DFW, bro. When me and Niecy was coming back from Alabama, we landed in we had a rollover, but our rollover was only like layover or whatever. But our layover was only like maybe like an hour and 15 minutes or something, right?
Yeah.
Our initial flight kind of took off late. So when we landed in DFW, they like,
oh, you gotta go.
They like, hey, you over? They like, yeah, your flight about to take off. Y'all in the K wing or whatever. And we like, where's it at? They like, yeah, it's all the way on the other side. Take the train.
And you got to get in the train.
Oh, the train. I'm already knowing. Yeah, I've been there too. I'm already knowing.
They like,
sometimes you got to catch 2 of them.
Yeah, so they tell us like, I didn't know. I'm saying all that to say I didn't know DFW was that big. But they said they like, yeah, you got to get on the train and ride it all the way over there, exit on this one. So Niecy, my witness, dog, we was running through the Texas airport, like trying to get to our next flight. Got on that shit like 15 minutes before they closed the doors.
Bro, that shit get wild. The same thing happened to me at the same airport. Like the first time I went there, I was like, man, I love these little trains. They so nice. It's like super, super convenient. They take you over here. And then I was in the exact same situation. Like the flight took off late and I had like 20 minutes to make my flight. I was like, bro, this is bullshit. I'm running through this. He's running to the train, like running around. Like, I'm like, man,
this shit ain't fun, bro. It's a hassle traveling sometimes. Honestly,
hey, you want to just drive, huh?
I don't want to drive. What it makes me want to do is just make sure I get connecting flights. I mean, one way.
Yeah.
I don't need layovers. Just get me on a plane and get me right there. It's it's cheaper doing it that way, but I mean doing it with the layovers.
That's the fun. That was the cool thing about the Minnesota joint is like they had their own airline, like it's called Sun Country, and
Yeah,
like all their flights is one way. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it was cool. Like we had one way there and one way back. They had like layover flights for like bigger, like like Delta and American Airlines and all that shit. But that shit was like $200 more, literally.
No. That's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was like I ain't paying all that. And then some countries was pretty smooth, dog. They had Wi-Fi on that joint. Like they had like movies for us to watch and everything like that. Because I know you do a lot of traveling, man. You had any crazy airport stories?
Not. I mean, the only it wasn't like crazy. It was just a little annoying. It was like one time it was going to the Bay.
Yeah.
And me and Damo was trying to take this like earlier flight just so we can have like a little bit of time, like get some grub and like chill a little bit.
Explore a little bit.
Yeah, and the flight was only gonna be like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So, we get to the airport, and as soon as we board, as soon as we're about to board, they were like, "Oh, flight got a delay. It's only gonna be an hour." And then like hour come, it was like, it got delayed again, like, or like it was a whole bunch of little things. Ended up being delayed 5 hours. Yeah. And I'm like, dog, we could have drove to the Bay. I was like, we could have just drove to the Bay. It would have been a lot cheaper. We would have had the way back to it. So that's really my only annoying one. Like, but for the most part, it just be like delays. Like, and it'd be annoying, but I'd be like, man, like, as long as I get there cool, like I'm cool. Like, cause airplanes ain't that tricky, but it's a percentage. You know what I mean?
You know what I think is fucked up about traveling? Like when you go into hotels, at least, is like you want to get a full day out of your trip. So like, let's say if I'm going to Vegas from Friday to Monday, I'm trying to get to Vegas at like 8 in the morning, right? You know, because I'm like, shit, I'm on vacation. I want to start early, but you can't even check into your room till 4 o'clock. So it's
2
like,
o'clock. It don't make sense.
I don't know, man. That'd be killing me.
Did you freeze on your end?
Yeah,
there we go. Can you see me?
Yeah, you froze for a second.
He was like,
He was like Bernie Mac in it.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait to see it back because it was just black on my end. Nah, but I was just saying, I said it's cold because like I guess like at least in the States, man, like all check-ins is like 4 p.m. now. Like they don't even got early check-in and shit. So it's like we wanted to leave earlier than we left, but it didn't even make no sense. You know what the lady told me when I called? I was like, man, do you guys got early check-in? Like she was like, nah. I was like, because we got a flight that we might be coming in at like, like 6 in the morning, but I was wondering, can we check in at like 11 or whatever? She was like, well, what we tell all our guests is to just pay for an extra night. That way, if you get here at 3 in the morning, at least you got a room that you could go to. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I look like giving y'all extra $100, $200 to not be in that motherfucker the whole day. Like, nigga, please.
That's what they be trying to run. Yeah, nah. Yeah. I get it on their end business wise, but I ain't getting.
I just feel like they working together low key. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro,
I'm sure.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? What was the weather like out there, Hawk? What's the weather like in Mississippi around this time? What part of Mississippi did you go to?
South Haven.
Okay.
I guess that's like, it's it's borderline Memphis.
Okay.
You got Memphis and then South Haven. It's nice though. It's a city the size of like Cerritos, so it's a big city for Mississippi.
Yeah.
But a small city for California.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
You just go to Memphis.
So I was telling Autumn when we was there, I'm like, you in the South, you're not in the country.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I'm waiting on you to explain that one.
So when my grandparents,
it's kind of city. It's kind of city like or something, or it's like city for the South or what?
Yeah, city for the South. Like, this is the South. Like they got movie theaters, they got car dealerships.
Okay.
They got Walmart,
they got Dairy Queen,
they got Sam's Club. They got everything you need like a regular city. Where my grandparents come in Water Valley an hour away, it's the fucking country.
And they got drive to the city.
Ain't no street lights. They got a Piggly Wiggly. That's the only store they got. They got one gas station. They got a middle school, a high school, elementary school. They ain't got no hospital. Like it turned black and white pretty much when you get there.
Yeah,
it's that outdated. Like it's the country for real. It's
kind of like when I went to Salem in Arkansas. Yeah. Like, bro, it's a dry county. It was like was it Dollar General? I think.
Yeah, Dollar General.
That's the store, like Dollar General, and like, bro, we had to drive like 30 minutes to get to Walmart. Like, And that was just to get food and like regular shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no like Ralph's and shit. And
in the cities, you still got to drive to the town to go to the, go to the store, And
they fast food. They fast food with Sonics. Like one Sonics, bro. I was like, hell no, I ain't eating that shit. Like,
see, where my grandparents live,
cheeseburgers at the house.
Yeah, everything.
Modern.
What we did.
Nice. It's really, really nice. All the homes are beautiful. The roads are it's nice as hell.
That's
like
dope.
That's cool.
It's really, really nice. But you go to Water Valley, another story.
Did y'all get to do some exploring? Like, did you go to Memphis and get you a Cuban? A Cuban.
Hell no, I ain't going to Memphis. Only time we go to Memphis is to get on the airplane.
Go get you
or
some barbecue.
You know what's funny? It's like if we was,
they got some good food.
I never been.
We would go to Memphis.
We got family
there, hang out.
I'm already knowing.
Shans.
What'd you say?
No, that's where the Shans is at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They from Memphis?
That's where our grandparents is from.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought your dad's side, that's Louisiana.
Yeah, that's why my grandma used to be juking all the time.
Nah, just kidding. She'll dance to anything, man.
Grandma be two-stepping all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She let me alone.
Grandma had soul, though.
She told me, she said, oh yeah, when I was growing up, me and my sisters used to whistle on the radio. I was like, what? I was like, damn, that's what's up. Like,
whistle on the radio.
Yeah, cause my grandma only liked jazz music in her car, bro. And you know I love jazz music now, like, and I know she definitely, put that on me, like. But we used to get in the car, dog. We always crack jokes about how like she spaz out, like we'd get in the car and turn on like K-Day on purpose and shit. So it'd be in the car like pistol grip pump on my lap at all times. That shit be banging and shit. You know what I'm saying? She turn that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. And the bro, when the girl, when I went to the house, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I love my grandma, bro, because she wouldn't. I'm telling you, just no filter, just raw. You know what I'm saying? Like sweet as ever, but just raw. So